Hey guys, welcome back to Plus Girl Slay the channel. My name is Talia if you are new, and I'm very excited to be sharing another installment of my road to law school, starting with the LSAT. So I've decided in these videos I'm going to be giving one very as I go through these chapters and read and gain the information, I'm going to be sharing one tip out of each chapter for you guys. So I think that's going to be just an added value to these videos if someone finds them. I can't find my pen, but that's okay. So I'm starting in the reading book. I think I shared with you guys all of the free resources, including a study guide sort of thing, a guided study, that's what I'll call it, including a guided study that is given by PowerScore. It is a completely free resource online, and the way that it basically works is each week you are reading two chapters. Let me see, this week it's chapter 2 and 3 out of this book, and then chapter 6 out of the, let me not guess, hold on, let me get my phone. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I'm showing you guys on my phone. I would recommend either downloading this as a PDF or printing it, but this is what it looks like. And this is a free resource on the PowerScore website, completely free. So they have outlined how to study, and you can pick the amount of time. I pick 4 months because that's how long I'll be consistently studying. And so for this week, the studying chapters are, for the reading comprehension, is chapters 2 and 3, and for the logical logical reasoning, but this is not the logical reasoning, this is the logical game workbook. It is chapters 2 and 3, and then the logical reasoning is chapter 5. So that's what I'm doing. And then ooh, next week is going to be heavy. It's going to be, that's going to be heavy. So that's what I'm doing. So I read chapter 2. So I'm going to share with you guys, I'm currently reading chapter 3. So I'm going to share with you guys the biggest takeaway from chapter 2 of this book. And actually there were a lot of takeaways. What I do is I highlight all the areas of importance, and if it is super important, I need to go back and memorize it, I will actually underline. So chapter 2 is the basics. And so the biggest takeaway I got from chapter 2 on the basics is that in reading is not speed all the time, because if you're speed reading, you may not necessarily be capturing what is going on, and then if you're just speed reading through it, you're going to be constantly going back to the passage, and that is a waste of time. So time management on any standardized test is important, but especially on the LSAT, because you want to answer as many questions as you can in that 35-minute block you have for each section. So I really like that in this chapter it outlined basic tips to follow to change your mindset on reading. That way you can already have, you already can start to change the way that your mind is thinking and kind of grasping these details, and that way you don't become overwhelmed. And so the very first thing is channel any nervous energy into intensity. That is so good to me. I never even thought about that, and I think that is a super awesome point. The second one says enjoy reading the passage, make them into a game or learning exercise. What that's going to do is trick your mind into wanting to dive deeper and pick up facts more, because you're already, what do we do when we have something in front of us that we love? We can't put it down, right? And so even getting, that's a very good tip, even getting through these study books. They're long, they're drawn out, they're all of these things, but if you make it into a game or into something fun to do, you're going to stay on track of reading all of these chapters. I have to we're reading all of this stuff and doing all these tasks in 1 week. And if you're like me, you work a full-time job, you have family obligations as well, and you may have children or a personal life, and that is a lot to be doing. So if you make something fun or entertaining, you're more likely to pick it up and not miss a study day. The third one, they say, if you lose focus, take a deep breath, refocus, and then return to the task at hand. Super, super important, especially if you deal with any type of test anxiety, or if you're feeling anxious, or if you're feeling like the time is just going by so quick, you don't know if you'll make it. Take a quick moment to take a deep breath. And for me, I always know when I'm losing focus, because even I could be reading, but my mind will be like, dang, I need to make sure I get some Dixie cups for the bathroom, or dang, I wonder if my mom ever went to pick up her, you know what I mean? And that's how you know you lose focus, because even though I'm reading and I'm you know, carrying on or what have you, your mind is like, literally, you're like thinking about other things. So that's a really good point to kind of rein it in, and that's going to take you, that could be very quick. You just stop, take a deep breath, and refocus. And especially when the reading is dense, that's super important. The next one is read aggressively, not passively. Actively engage the material and think about the consequences of what you're reading. And what that really it does is you're setting a tone already in the reading to be able to answer those questions. So I thought that was really good. The biggest, this is so good right here. So in chapter 3 is, I'm tripping. Chapter 3 is what to read for view stamp. Technique of theirs, and it basically uses view stamps to condition your reading into a certain point of view, so that every time you're reading, you're picking up on these things. And I can't think, an acronym. It's an acronym, that's what it is. And so that was actually, it's a really, really good acronym. And so what it view stamp stands for view, the different viewpoints in the passages. S stands for structure of the passage. T stands for tone. A stands for argument, and MP stands for main point. And so if you're constantly remembering those things as you're reading these passages, you're already going to be picking up on those cues, and so it'll make it easier for you when you answer the question. So like I said last week, I really do like the structure of the power score. What I have been struggling with is doing a little bit each day. I have been doing the bulk of the work over maybe 2 or 3 days, and I should be picking this up every day, and I have not been doing that, and I need to get better at that. So that's my report for this week. So I'm going to get back to reading and finishing up chapter 3 so I can then move on, because I have a lot of workbook. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. I have 3 workbook chapters to get through as well, and I know that this weekend is Mother's Day weekend, so it's going to be very busy, so I won't have time to take 3 days and get all this done. But I want to encourage you to do while you're doing this journey with me, and it doesn't have to be the LSAT. It could be your GRE, it could be your finals, it could be whatever is going on. But what I would encourage you to do is stay motivated and stay focused. I always feel like these things is like the American way of keeping people out, but the hurdle is not bigger than you, and it's not smarter than you, and it's not going to get you down. Think of it that, like, that's how I'm thinking of it. I'm not no punk, and I'm not gonna let this beat me. So stay encouraged. You guys be blessed, be well. I'll see you guys next week in another journey to law school. But I just wanted to give a tip and a quick update on how I've been feeling since starting these books. So far so good. Because of the short period of time, of course I expected to have a lot of, you know, information at once, and that's what's going on here. But yeah, it's all about strategy. So this is a good guide to strategy, and of course if you have more time you can change it to make it fit for you, but I got 4 months. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye.